Dogs. Everybody loves dogs. And if you don't, that's fine. But seriously, come on, who doesn't love dogs? I personally have two pit bulls, and they're absolute darlings. They're called man's best friends for a reason. But now, what if I told you some so-called humans see them as a way to make a quick profit? Sounds harmless, right? Hundreds of dogs stacked in cages, being bred endlessly and without rest, finally disposed of when they have no more use. These people run puppy mills. So, what consequences do puppy mills have? Well, first thing is that they can drain the economy. But to truly find ways to solve them, we must first take a look at the history. So, how did puppy mills begin? Well, a website called faunanalytics.org states that puppy mills gained popularity after World War II. During this time, the Midwest region of the United States were experiencing crop failures. The response to this, or more specifically from the USDA, the United States Department of Agriculture, was to instead of using chicken coops to house poultry, was to instead fill them with puppies and dogs and sell them to to pet stores. Although farmers were hesitant to begin, encouragement from the USDA, farmers finally began this lucrative business and declared it foolproof. And it might be true, because now in today's world, there are over 10,000 puppy mills alone in the USA. The puppymillproject.org website elaborates on this even further, stating that less than 3,000 of these puppy mills are actually officially recognized by the USDA. These puppy mills produce over 2 million puppies annually, and out of these, 1.2 million of them are killed or left to become strays. Some euthanized, others drowned, left to starve, and even fed to other animals. And although the government may not step in as much as we want them to, the reason why the government can't step in and stop these is because of money. According to the stats provided by HumaneSociety.org of a puppy mill bust that happened in 2016, 141 dogs were rescued, costing more than $83,400. This means each dog cost around $600. So let's say that we do have the money to bust the remaining 70,000 plus puppy mills, and each one of them hosts roughly around $300. In total, that would to bust all of these, it would cost $1.26 trillion. Another way that puppy mills drain the economy is that most of these sales happen online. And because of this, these aren't taxed. That means money doesn't get funded into the government or the state. So now that we know, the reason why puppy mills are still around is because of supply and demand. So to solve these, let's take a way to solve this. The reason why puppy mills are still around is because of supply and demand. To solve this, we need to completely get rid of dogs or just not outright buy any. And this is highly impractical because what does get rid of the dogs even mean? Of course, there are already laws put in place to counteract this, such as the Animal Welfare Act, or AWA for short. The AWA has 3 main points stated by the government website for the USDA. The first main point is humane treatment of animals for research and exhibition purposes. The second being the humane transport of said animals. And the last being the protection of owners from theft and usage of stolen animals. The AWA also has another point, that each facilities must be checked at least once annually. Facilities at high risk must be checked 3 times, must be checked every 3 months. Of course, what is left considered humane treatment is left to the discretion of the owner. To counteract this, there needs to be a set standard, such as an open space for puppies to run around, daily food and water, even regular grooming can help this a lot. But this is at a national level. here are some few things you can do locally. The first is to adopt a pet. Who knows, there may be a particular breed that you have your heart set on, but the truth is, if you use websites such as Pet Finder, you'll most than likely find the breed you want. The next is to not buy any, and it sounds a bit ridiculous, but these are the only ways puppy mills actually make money. Next is to support legislation surrounding these laws and stop the breeding of animals. This leads into the next point. Know your laws. Many states have differing laws concerning the breeding and selling of animals. And the last one is to become outspoken and raise awareness of the subject. So, in the end, although puppy mills are cruel and lucrative, they still exist around because of supply and demand. And even though the government may not do as much as we want them to, the truth is that they can't. But that doesn't mean you can't do anything. So remember to become outspoken and raise awareness.